Ladies and gentlemen, you glad to be here tonight? Yes, we are here tonight to celebrate our Lakefair royalty, and also a very special guest who's going to share some stuff with us. And it is really, really great to have you here. Let's hear for all the great weather we're having for Lakefair tonight, huh? This is cool. Thank you all for coming. My name is Jerry Farmer, and I will be your MC for this evening. Awesome? Yeah, thank you very much. That's right. I bring my own posse. So the theme for this year's Capital Lakefair is Fabulous Family Fun. So if you have a fabulous family, then you definitely will have fun here. Tonight we are gathered to celebrate our amazing young women who represent Capital Lakefair throughout the Pacific Northwest. They go to festivals all over the state, in Oregon and Canada, and represent Capital Lakefair. The Royalty Court gives back to the community each year. They participate in a variety of events, assisting with the Hands-On Children's Museum, the Little Red Schoolhouse Project, Olympia's Pie Fest, special library readings, and Thurston County's Life Skills Prom. They travel to many festivals and events in Washington, Oregon, and Canada, and they visit with many of the local service clubs to share their platform and what is important to them as future leaders in our community. So let's welcome the 2015 Royalty Court. First, Miss Olivia Wittenberg, representing Capital High School. Let's hear for her. Olivia is the daughter of Michael and Roxanne Wittenberg. Escorting Olivia tonight is Capitalerian and First Vice President Jeff Hunt. Next, we have Miss Clarissa Jenkins, representing North Thurston High School. Clarissa is the daughter of Chris Jenkins and Christine Kubiak. Escorting Clarissa this evening is Capitalarian Stan Geyer. Another big hand for Clarissa, please. Next is Miss Julia Holder, representing Olympia High School. Julia is the daughter of Keith and Laura Holder. Escorting Julia this evening is Capitalarian Sandy Sue Gibson. And next, we have Miss Emily Grawn, representing River Ridge High School. Emily is the daughter of Greg and Susan Grawn. Escorting Emily this evening is Capitalarian Peter Pease. And now, the 2015 Capital Lakefair Queen, Madeline Poltridge. Madeline is representing Avanti High School. She's the daughter of Andrew Poltridge and Noelle Nordstrom. Escorting Madeline is 2015 Lakefair President George Sharp. And that's not all. We have some very special guests this evening as well. First, Emma Thompson, representing Life Skills Prom. Emma is the daughter of Mark and Eileen Thompson. Escorting Emma this evening is Capitalarian Jackie Geyer. And last but certainly not least, the 2015 Grand Marshal of the Capital Lakefair Parade, Bob Saline. Escorting Bob is Capitalarian and Second Vice President Karen Griggs. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2015 Lakefair royalty and guests. Let's give them another big hand. And you may be seated. We also have some incredible military representatives from the USS Olympia at Capital Lakefair this year. Not every city has a Navy ship named in its honor, but Olympia has two. Count them two. First, the cruiser Olympia, which is now a museum ship in Philadelphia. It was made famous as the flagship of Admiral Dewey, who said, "You may fire when ready, Captain Gridley," in the Battle of Manila Bay during the Spanish-American War in 1898. And second, the current USS Olympia, a fast attack submarine based in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. This year, we are fortunate to have three distinguished members of her crew here in Olympia during the Capital Lakefair Summer Festival. Will the three crew members rise as I introduce you? First, Commander Tom Shugart is the commanding officer. He was born in Augsburg, Germany, and raised in Houston, Texas. He attended the University of Texas at Austin and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering in 1995. His Navy career includes a number of submarine assignments and other duties, including recruiting, Naval Forces Europe, U.S. 6th Fleet Staff, the U.S. Navy War College, and other duty stations. His wife, Major Sherry Farino Shugart, United States Army, is assigned as the U.S. Army Senior Defense Counsel for Hawaii. Again, please welcome Captain of the USS Olympia, Commander Tom Shugart. Next, we have Master Chief Roland Midget, Chief of Boat, or COB, of the Olympia. He's been in the Navy for 24 and a half years, with Olympia being his 5th submarine. He and his wife, Renee, have 4 children. He enjoys scuba diving, boating, and family. And his other 4 submarines are okay, right? Yes, okay. Next, we have Junior Officer of the Year for the USS Olympia, Lieutenant Junior Grade Zachary Copes, who is Assistant Engineer and Quality Assurance Officer. He was commissioned through the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps at North Carolina State University. He's married to Adrienne Copes, and he became a father to Raylan Jackson Copes on May 6th. Congratulations. Are you sleeping through the night yet? Oh, you were here, that's right. He enjoys duck hunting and training his dog to be a hunting dog. He was both a pizza chef for 9 years and a volunteer firefighter in his hometown of Frisco, North Carolina. Another big hand for him, please. And unable to make it tonight was Kyle Hewlett. His plane didn't go through. He would have joined us as well. He had a very, very interesting life experience. He actually served popcorn to Stephen Colbert at a movie theater at his home in Hanford, California. So it just goes to show, being in a submarine can get you some cool connections. All right. We would like again to thank and welcome the members of the USS Olympia to 2015 Capital Lakefair. Let's give them a big hand, please. And now I would like to invite Miss Emma, before I do that, I would like our Lakefair royalty to come up and help us all sing the national anthem. Would you gather around those microphones there? Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the national anthem? The flag is right there.
Absolutely, brother.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
Good job. You may be seated. You may be seated as well. And now I would like to invite Miss Emma Thompson, representing Life Skills Prom, to share her experience and her message with us.
Hello, my name is Emma. I have autism. I'm making friends and going to school hasn't always been easy for me. On June 5th, I graduated from a program called Project Search at the Evergreen State College. I was just hired at Department of Transportation, working about 20 hours per week. It feels really good to have a job. Some of my best memories from high school and Project Search are the life skills proms, which are proms for typical students and students with disabilities. Students get all dressed up and go out to dinner. Then our parents take lots of pictures, and then we get to dance. The Lakefair princesses come and dance with us. Everyone loves dancing with the Lakefair princesses. Now that I am out of high school, I will really miss the life skills proms. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you tonight. Best of luck for the Lakefair princesses.
Thank you, Emma. Emma, hold on 1 second. Madeline, you want to take it from here? Go over to where Madeline is. That's right.
Okay. Oh, it's not. Is it on? I don't know.
He'll turn it on.
Okay. Great. So, all of the princesses and myself are crowning you today an honorary Lakefair princess. So, Princess Emma Thompson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Princess for a day, Emma Thompson. Let's give her a big hand. All right. And now it is my honor to introduce each of the Lakefair royalty, and they're going to tell you a little bit about what they did this year and a little bit about themselves. So first, I would like to invite up to the microphone Princess Olivia Wittenberg, representing Capital High School.
Well, I'm tall, so come on up, yeah. The question that my family is always asking me, my friends are usually wondering, and I'm constantly asking myself is, what in the world do I want to be when I grow up? It's a great question, and one that can often be difficult for kids my age to answer. When I was little, it all seemed so simple. I could be a lot of things, a chef, a cowgirl, maybe a princess. But as we age, it seems as if there are more and more things to consider when it comes to choosing a profession. I think that the most important thing can often get lost in the mix. Passion. People say that whether or not you're passionate about what you do will make or break your career. If you do what you love, then the rest will follow. Howard Thurman once said, "Do not ask what the world needs. Rather, ask yourself what makes you come alive and go do that, because the world needs people who have come alive." But where do you find that passion? How do you find a passion that drives you, moves you, and motivates you to shape not only your own life, but hopefully someone else's along the way? What makes you come alive? The time when I have felt closest to my passion was in Guatemala. It was a mission trip that we took with our second-year Spanish class. We went to the impoverished parts of Guatemala City, to the garbage dumps, to the streets, and to the orphanages to meet with groups of children and adults who needed help. It was an incredibly moving and humbling experience. Now, looking back, I can honestly say how little we really knew about the language. I often wonder how we were able to so effectively communicate with the people that we were seeing. But it was interesting. I think that we quickly learned that it was not the speaking that was making the difference. It didn't matter as much what we were saying, it mattered what we were doing. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Mark Twain. All of a sudden, there did not seem to be a language barrier. I have always had a passion for studying languages, but never before had I encountered a language which I could not put into words. A language of the human condition that took courage and a spirit of adventure to reach out and to communicate with another person. I do not believe that you need to be fluent in a language to do this, or have a mastery of accents or dialects before you go out into the world and you communicate, relate to, and serve another person. I know that that has the power to shape lives. And so when my family and my friends come to me and they ask me what I want to be when I grow up, I might not have an answer for them yet. But wherever I go and whatever I do, I will always carry with me that I know what I am passionate about. I know what makes me come alive. And I think that that will make all the difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. So, a few questions for you. First of all, what's been your favorite event so far as a Capital Lakefair Princess?
It's a pretty recent one, but judging Battle of the Bands last night, I think we all had a pretty groovy time doing that. We were all up on the stage, or not on the stage, but down on the stage dancing and really getting into it, so that was really fun. I like that.
Great. People still say groovy?
Yeah, I say groovy all the time.
Sweet. I'm in fashion again. Oh well. What was your favorite parade?
Probably have to say Canada, because they had a Ghostbusters van there, so that was pretty cool. We got to meet the Ghostbusters, and
Nice.
that was pretty cool.
Cool. Did you learn to speak Canadian while you were there?
Yeah, Canadian French. We did.
Yeah?
We did. Yeah.
Glad you made some progress that way.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to as a 2015 Lakefair Court member through the rest of the year?
I would probably say the princess story times, because having a little girl come up to you and ask you if you're a real princess and if you live in a castle never really gets old, so probably that, I would say.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Wittenberg. Let's give her another big hand. And next we have, representing North Thurston High School, Clarissa Jenkins.
Good evening. Today, I would like to tell you a journey I took a little over a year ago when I was called to pay a visit to the school's auto shop teacher. Now, the question is, why in the world would Mr. Stretch want to speak to me? He stated he had an opportunity, a competition called Skills USA. This organization was absolutely foreign to me. And what made it even more obscene was that I only had a couple weeks to prepare a presentation on, get this, car brake systems. Naturally, I declined, but Mr. Stretch assured me that he would enlighten me on everything I needed to know, and that a little birdie, aka my older brother, and a gut intuition told him I was the one for the job. And who can deny gut intuition? We started off simple by just learning the parts of a brake and how they interacted with each other. Once I understood that, I dove into rehearsing a 6-minute demonstration. I got cold feet multiple times, but once again, Mr. Stretch stressed to just do my best, and if all else fails, smile. A lot. The day of regionals was finally upon us. My mentor said good luck, and it began. By winning regionals, I qualified for state. At state, many were shocked that I was giving a demonstration on car brake systems, and at first, I thought I let it get to me. But to my surprise, I won the state title to bring back to North Thurston High School. And then I thought, well, where do I go from here? To Kansas City to Nationals, cheered Mr. Stretch. That's when my stomach dropped. Upon arrival, there was no time to waste before the events began. Never did I imagine that Skills USA was such a popular and competitive organization. Teenagers from all over the country were competing in just under 100 events, ranging from culinary arts to carpentry. Let's just say the expectations of myself lowered. That did not please Mr. Stretch. We had a serious conversation that not only raised my self-esteem, but made me more determined than ever. On competition day, it was nothing but serious. I still received many shocked faces about my category, except this time, I wouldn't let anyone get to me. After my demonstration, There wasn't much left to do, except, well, wait. The award ceremony arena was completely filled, and after an hour, they reached my category. After all this hard work and dedication, I really didn't want to disappoint my school and community by coming home empty-handed. Unfortunately, when they announced third and second place, it wasn't me. I began thinking, maybe I had better luck next year. And then the announcer said, and the Skills USA national champion is Clarissa Jenkins. I leaped out of my chair so quickly, I knocked the camera out of Mr. Stretch's hands. Receiving this award was one of the most honoring and gratified moments of my life. It only took one person to see something special in just an average high school girl. And the next time that someone says that women don't belong in engineering or mathematics, I'm gonna hold my ground and not cower under their shocked faces. I also believe that this is a major principle that Lakefair stands for, which is seeing beyond the first images of women. Because outside of the classroom, we are working hard and sweating on the court, in the field, and in the water to reach our goals outside of high school. Also within our community, in order to make other people happy and confident within their lives. This journey taught me that anyone can accomplish the objectives that they want to, rather than just the ones they're expected to, with just a little elbow grease, and of course, a gut intuition. Thank you.
Nice job, Clarissa. So, what has been your favorite event so far?
Probably the yacht and private island day, just because it was nice to get away and relax before all the mayhem, spend time with our family and the other Capitalerians and get to know them a little better.
Yeah, that's nice up there at the island, isn't it? What's been your favorite parade?
Wenatchee, because it was the first one with our float, so we were all like really, really excited and funky on our dance moves and stuff like that.
And the Wenatchee parade is called, what's it called over there? The Wenatchee, is it the apple
The apple
festival?
blossom?
Apple
Yeah.
blossom, yeah.
Excuse me.
That's quite all right. I'm always wondering myself. So what are you looking forward to in your 2015 Lakefair year?
I am looking forward to the coronation of the 2016 court, just to see our legacy being passed on and knowing that our community's in good hands.
Great, good job. Another big hand for Clarissa Jenkins, everybody, representing North Thurston High School. And now I would like to invite Julia Holder to the stage, representing Olympia High School.
Good evening, everyone. Imagine a world without music. A world without melodies, concerts, instruments, or lullabies. When you stop to think about it, music really is all around us every day. It whisks you away on a journey, digging deep into your soul, revealing your true emotions. It wakes you up, helps you sleep, entices you to dance, and allows you to dream. Music is my passion, and it is just one way that I have chosen to positively affect my community. I believe that music is a powerful way to reach people who are hurting, alone, and confused. When I take my guitar and therapy dog to visit the residents at the Hampton Alzheimer's Clinic, it is incredible to witness the joy that fills the room when music fills their ears. Because of their illness, these residents go through their monotonous lives, lost and unable to make sense of their environment. But research is showing that music can temporarily wake up the patient's emotions and memories, giving them a chance to interact with their past and be engaged in the present. It is so moving to see the reactions of the residents. A tapping toe or a small smile when I start singing and strumming the guitar. There are even times when someone goes from sitting in silence to mustering up the strength to sing along with me from their chair. Some even stand up and walk to the front to sing next to me, as the power of music allows them to let go of their circumstances
even if it's just for a short time. These spontaneous duets are not songs you would ever find available for download, but they represent the true power of music to communicate when words cannot. When I was younger, I dreamed of growing up to become something big, like a professional singer or a performer. But now, I know that I have found a more meaningful use for my music. My parents have always told me that if I walk in purpose, I might just collide with my destiny. I am able to use my passion for music in a way that can bring just a moment of happiness to people struggling in their lives. These small moments of pure joy become like a melody in my own heart and fuel my drive to help others. Music is the tool I choose, but what if every person took a little bit of time out of their chaotic life to brighten someone else's day? I believe that each one of us has something special and unique to offer to others. A community like the wonderful Thurston County can be a place where each one of us is putting forth their own contribution and voice, whether big or small. It is when we are making this great music together, each singing our own songs, we add our voices to the music of the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. And so, Julia, what has been your favorite event so far? The one that the button fell off from. Sorry.
My favorite event this year has probably been Life Skills Prom. I am part of Bear Crew 2, which is a club that strengthens the relationships between special needs students and general ed students. And it was just great to be able to dance with everyone and have such a fun time. It was such a blast.
It really sounds like a cool event. So, how about your parade? What's your favorite parade?
My favorite parade would definitely have to be the Portland Starlight Festival. It was my first night parade, and it was just beautiful, and the floats were all lit up, and Portland is just a wonderful city. Second to Olympia, of course, but it is such a beautiful city, and I had so much fun.
And if Olympia only had a Powell's books, it would be identical.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
So, what about what you're looking forward to through the remainder of the year as a Lakefair princess?
I think I'm also looking forward to the Princess reading times at the library. It's just so fun getting to see all the girls and boys' smiles light up with just a simple little thing that we do. And one time one of them thought I was Princess Anna, so that's pretty cool. So it was just so fun.
That's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Julia Holder, please. There he goes. And yeah, we need to get you buttons. All right, our next princess is none other than you. Okay, well, I was just wondering if Julie was done. That's right. Another big hand for Julia Holder, ladies and gentlemen. And our next princess from River Ridge High School, none other than Princess Emily Grant.
Wow, I don't know how many times I've done this, and every single time I get like those butterflies. I'm yeah.
Behind you.
It's often hard to make the right decision, especially for people my age. But it's not about choosing right or wrong, rather than understanding that choices actually exist. Seeing that our lives are going from one of outside nurturing to where we have to take a little bit more reins in the choices we make. See, I was lucky that I learned this at a young age, and it stuck with me throughout everything. And my family and I call it 212 Thursday. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that. When I was 11, I went to a week-long hockey camp. Yeah, foot problems. And on Wednesday, I won what they call the 212 award. And that's 212 degrees for the boiling point of water. And it just stands, you can't skate any harder. The director came up to me because I just wanted to relax that day. I'd already won, I didn't want to do anything else. But he told me I had a choice. I could either relax that day, or I could prove to everyone, boys included, why I won the award in the first place. And while it ended up being the route I chose, it was also one that made me want to fall over in exhaustion at the end of the day. But you see, that's the point. It's not about receiving extra material awards for your efforts. It's about finding meaning in it. 212 Thursday is something I remind myself when I feel like I just can't take one more step. Whether it be in school, on the field, in my social life, everybody has ups and downs. The idea behind my philosophy is to just keep pushing. Because what you will find after you break that plateau is that everything else becomes easier. Now, I love being a Lakefair princess, absolutely. But it's not just because of the glitz and the glamour, while I really do like the tiara. Rather, it's about the girls and what this all represents. Each and every one of them inspire me. And in turn, I want to use this great gift to inspire others. To coach them into understanding that you can be more, have more, and do more. It simply starts with a choice. My life has been a series of 212 Thursdays. I hope it never stops. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. All right. You ready for the grilling?
Yeah.
All right.
Most of
First
that
question.
preparation.
What's your favorite event so far?
Okay, so
Okay.
my favorite event was the face painting, because this little kid came up to me and he's like, I want to paint your face. I was like, sure, go for it, man. And it even matched. It was blue. Yeah.
And he didn't poke your eye out or anything.
No, but he did try to get paint in it. He's like doing the whiskers. I was like, wow.
Wow, that's a lot of trust. And did he let you paint his face in return?
Yeah, we had matching face paint jobs. Although his was a little better, I'm not gonna lie.
And what was your favorite parade?
Okay, my favorite parade has to be the Wenatchee one as well, just because it was the first parade. And I was super stoked, and I also didn't know all the moves, so I was kind of just looking over my shoulder, going like some random movements just to see if I could finally catch on. So.
And did it work? And you have to be in those little harnesses and everything. It's kind
They're
of
like
spooky,
Barbie
isn't it?
doll stands. They're like smaller than I am. I have to like squeeze in.
And do you have to do a special wave so that you don't get carpal tunnel or anything?
I never mastered that. I look like I'm swimming in the air.
So, what do you look forward to in your 2015 year?
Okay, so I'm really looking forward to a parade in particular, and it's the Leavenworth Parade, because my brother every year has gone to Leavenworth and been in the band in that parade, and they've just done great, and I've always wanted to go, but I've never been able to. And so this year I'll actually be in it with him.
Sweet.
And so I'm just super pumped. He's not here, so but whatever.
Whatever.
Elliot!
Right. He can see the
I'm
video.
coming for you!
All right, thank you, Emily Grahn. Good job. Let's give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys.
And now it is my pleasure to invite to the stage, to the podium, to the microphone, Capital Lakefair Queen Madeline Poltridge, representing Avanti High School.
Okay. I like to put it in the stand because I need like a power stance when I talk. So yeah, this is what I need. All right. So I consider Thurston County a fairly non-traditional community. Only a place as unique as us would create things like the Procession of the Species or a ladies' arm wrestling league. I've lived in Olympia for my whole life and attended alternative schools for my whole life as well. I'm a non-traditional person attending non-traditional school in a non-traditional city. The educational environments that I've been raised in emphasize collaborative, interdisciplinary, and multi-age learning. I've always been in classrooms full of people of all ages and at many skill levels, but with a shared passion for discovery. Now that I'm getting a little older and venturing out into the grown-up world, I can see how this approach creates positive effects beyond the classroom. I've been able to channel my collaborative passion into action through working with the Dispute Resolution Center of Thurston County. The Dispute Resolution Center works to create peace and nurture effective communication skills by resolving conflicts outside of the courtroom. My freshman year of high school, I became the youngest person to ever take their 40-hour professional mediation training. I learned about the different ways that people respond when faced with conflict and how to connect with them as a neutral third party to help solve it. Now, I really love to talk, but never before had I learned so much about communication, and not just when it comes to disputes. When you're 15 years old, surrounded by lawyers and state workers 8 hours a day for a whole week, you end up learning a lot about how to communicate with adults as well. Since then, I've continued my work with the Dispute Resolution Center as a member of their Youth Ally Group, affectionately known as YAG. YAG makes mediation and conflict resolution skills accessible to youth in our community. This helps prevent students from getting suspended and keeps them out of the juvenile court system. We work with local high schools and other youth-based nonprofits like Teen Council and GRUB. The world that we live in is one of competition, but I love the work that I do because it empowers people of all ages to collaborate, to be peacemakers in their lives and in others' lives. And that's also why I'm so excited to be a part of Lakefair, because this program empowers us as young women. It helps us move forward in public service and higher education. Another reason why I'm so excited is because even before I became involved in youth leadership, I was always enchanted by princesses. I remember watching the Lakefair parade when I was young, completely in awe over all of the sparkles on the float. In my daily life now, I don't really look much like royalty, but my 5-year-old self wore a crown almost every day, and I know that if she could see me as the Lakefair queen, she would be so proud of me. Thank you.
Madeline Poltridge, everyone. So, Queen Madeline, get a little closer to the microphone here.
Yep.
Okay. What has been your favorite event so far?
I really loved Life Skills Prom. There was like no talking, only dancing, and that's what I'm about, so yeah, it was awesome.
That's very nice. That's such a great event.
It was.
How about parades? What was your favorite parade? Did you have a chance to decide on that?
Well, I have been to a lot of parades in the past couple months. I really have loved all of them. An interesting one was Port Orchard because a float caught on fire and it totally burned. And that was only like 3 weeks ago, and they built an entire new float for the parade on Saturday. So when you see the rhododendron royalty in the parade, clap extra loud for them because they've been through a lot in the past month.
Wow. Did it catch fire in the actual parade?
No, luckily it was after the parade, but
Because that would have been cool.
yeah.
No, it really wouldn't have been cool, but you know what I'm saying? It would have been, that's right. Poison roadie fumes, that would have been terrible.
Yes.
No, but it would have been, I don't mean cool in the, you know what I'm saying. Would you help me resolve this dispute I'm having with myself?
Yes. Later.
All right, thank you. So what are you looking forward to as a 2015 Lakefair Court member for the rest of the year?
Well, I've heard that as the Queen, I will be addressing the legislature in January, which I'm really excited for. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to talk about yet, but I usually have a lot to say, so I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Give him hell, Madeline. Ladies and gentlemen, Queen Madeline Poltridge from Avanti High School. Thank you. And let's thank all of our Capital royalty for this evening for the great job that they did and the great job they are doing representing our fine community. All right, now I would like to bring up to the music stand here a very fantastic individual. He's our Grand Master of the parade this year. And the reason he's Grand Master of the parade this year is because Bob Celine was at the very first Capital Lakefair. That's right. And he has been a Capital Lakefair person, a Capitalerian ever since. Every single year, Bob Celine has been here putting on the show. So he deserves a great honor. So come on up, Bob.
Thank Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I came to Olympia over 60 years ago with my wife and 2 daughters. And one of the first organizations that I joined was a service club called Young Men's Business Club, which I still belong to.
Right there,
Anyway, our project for the Young Men's Business Club was to clean up the shores of Capital Lake. Then, about a year later,
You were right, they
a
are.
very close friend of mine called me and said, I would like to talk to you along with a couple other businessmen. He was a land developer and insurance man here in Olympia. So they came to my office and they said, we'd like you to join us to develop something, a summer festival in Olympia. And one of the businessmen was very active in great boat racing. So he wanted to develop boat race on Capital Lake. So we had many events on Capital Lake back in those years. And there isn't any one event that I would say I enjoyed more than the other. There are dozens of events. I could go back and back. There's so many wonderful things that happened.
Bob, I remember we used to pick out the Queen with a surprise. You remember when the Queen was selected, there would be some sort of surprise thing like fireworks or whatever. Do you remember any of those in particular that stick out as being more memorable than others?
Yes, we had the Goodyear blimp here.
The Goodyear blimp?
Yeah, we had a swimming area that we developed at Capital Lake here. It was very successful, and remember one time a handicapped person came down in a wheelchair and ran down the ramp over in the water and came up with the Queen name.
That's right. You had an imitation handicapped person in a wheelchair, go down the ramp, fall into the water. Everybody was all upset, and then he comes out with the name of the Queen, right?
Yes. We had the Goodyear blimp here, you now the Queen. There's so many wonderful ways of doing it.
And wasn't there one time when you had a skydiver come down?
Right.
And what happened then? Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't remember the particulars, but I think he landed right here in the middle.
I think there was one year where the skydiver came down and a gust of wind blew him over to the Capitol, and he ended up on the Capitol Dome area over there. And so it took a while for him to get the name back down after that point.
Yeah.
So lots of fun stuff. We're a little tamer right now. You know, we do it in January. At the end of January, we nominate the Queen so that the Queen can be a queen throughout all of the parade circuit. Used to be when she was selected on this night that there were only about half of the parade she could go to as a queen. So this is a nice change. But are you proud to have been a part of Lakefair for 58 years now? Is it 57, 58? 58 years. So since you were 5 years old then?
Yeah, that's right. I was only 2 and a half. Anyway, Lakefair has been one of the greatest organizations that I belong to. I've been active in civic affairs. I've been the city and different affairs. The greatest is Capital Lakefair. They're the best friends. They feel like family members. The young ladies that participate in Lakefair have been wonderful. They have been the best young ladies I've ever known. I have 2 daughters. I know how young ladies would be. And these were come out to be great, turned out to be great American girls. And I really appreciate being able to be involved in Lakefair and be a part of it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Bob Celine a big hand. Thank you, Bob. You're an inspiration to us all.
Thank you. It's all my pleasure.
Thank you. And the girls have a special song prepared for you, Bob. No, they don't. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to bring to the microphone. Sorry, I just wanted to catch you off guard. Would you put your hands together for the 2015 Capital Lakefair President, George Sharp?
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of our board of directors and all our Capitalerians, we want to wish you fabulous family fun and thank you for your support of Capital Lakefair this year. I'd like all my Capitalerians to stand and give a wave to our audience tonight. These are our folks who work 51 and a half weeks a year to put on 5 days of fabulous family fun for you. Just as Bob shared with you that it's been a family tradition for 58 years to put on Lakefair, I would like to share with you tonight was some of the things that take place behind the scenes to make it happen. One of the things I'd like to thank is IBEW, our local 76 International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Brotherhood Committee, who for the last 20 years have been volunteering to wire in each one of our food booths. They volunteer to wire in our stage. They've probably provided over $100,000 of donated labor time to us to make sure that Lakefair takes place. I'd also like to thank some of our, thank IBEW. Also, it takes partnerships to make Lakefair happen, and one of our partners is the City of Olympia, who provide police and fire and public works and the recycling program, because we try to recycle as much waste as takes place here at Lakefair as well. We also have partners with the Washington State Patrol and with the Department of Enterprise Services, who we lease the park for 5 days from Enterprise Services. And it takes a lot of work to get the park ready, so it's ready for you to enjoy as well. Lakefair is a free community event to attend, and I'd like to recognize our sponsors who make it happen. The Port of Olympia, Puget Sound Energy, Titusville Chevrolet, Washington State Lottery Department of Imagination, Matt Clue Jewelers, who provide the bracelets for our young women. Each parade they go to, they get a special charm to put on their bracelet as well. Acme Fuel, Capital City Honda, L&E Bottling, Great Wolf Lodge, Les Schwab Tire, Heritage Bank, Lucky Eagle Casino, Mini Northwest, Olympia Federal Savings, and WSECU. It takes those to make it so that we can provide a free festival for you. As you heard earlier, Lakefair is about giving back to our community, and our young women participate in a lot of things each year. Again, the Hands-On Children's Museum, Sand in the City, Arts Walk, the Little Red Schoolhouse Project, the Special Needs Prom. Over time, Lakefair has provided over $300,000 in scholarships to more than 260 young women to be able for them to go to school. What amazed me when I got involved with Lakefair was to see the actual behind the scenes, what happens, what it takes, and that's who I'd like to call out tonight and give special recognition. First, I'd like to give a shout out to the Church of Living Water, the people in the green shirts who keep the park clean, and they help marshal our parade. And key Capitalerians I'd like to acknowledge tonight are onstage manager Jerry Pease. He's the one that makes sure all of our entertainment here and our stage is ready for you. Our arts and craft co-chairs Erica Gunstone and our vice president Jeff Hunt. Jeff's over there. Erica's right there. Our food vendor chair Don Gibson. Don Gibson, Mr. Measuring Tape. Measure it twice, make sure it's in place. He has a smooth operating system. On Saturday, we move in each one of those food booths, and it's timed. It's like a well-oiled machine of how that works. Don brings his motorhome down, and that's our station for the week as well, to make sure everything runs smoothly. Yesterday, we had an issue. Don was right on top of that. Next up, I would like to thank our fair facilities manager, Bruce Schultz, and his assistants, Pete Pease and Kent Feringer. These three gentlemen show up every single day and make sure that the fair facilities take place. They make ice runs. They make sure that the garbage and things are being taken care of. They make sure the electricity is running for you. They make sure the little things behind the scenes that make sure that Lakefair takes place every day happens. Also, we put up our banners. We also take our banners down and put up Sand in the City banners. We have wash trailers and ice trailers that we lend out to Capital City Wine and Food Fest and Harbor Days and other places that we take our community festival infrastructure and help provide infrastructure for other community events as well. I'd like to thank our hospitality chair, Carol Richards, our co-chairs for the parade, Tom Hansen and Ken Ringering, our car show chair, Becky Syrick, and special thanks to our float crew. As you heard from our young women, that we go to a parade almost every other weekend across Washington State and Oregon and Canada. So special to Keith and Abby Richards, Clarence Carlos, Carol Hepburn, Tyler Adams, and Greg and Shirley who helped build the float this year as well. I would like to encourage you to get involved with Capital Lake Fair because it takes all of us to put this festival on. We'd like to encourage you to become a Capitalerian and also join one of our committees this year so that we can continue fabulous family fun well into the future. Thanks for coming to the festival this year and enjoy the rest of the festival. Thank you.
Thank you, George Sharp, 2015 Lake Fair President. And thank you all for coming this evening and seeing our royalty in action. They have done a wonderful job. Let's give them another big hand, shall we? They are representing our community and they're representing it well. So thank you all for attending tonight. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate each and every one of you and your support of Lake Fair. Please stay and enjoy the entertainment here tonight. Come back for the food court, the carnival, and of course the parade here at 5 p.m. along the parade route on Saturday and the grand fireworks display on Sunday night at dark. Good night and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Okay, I just want to say something real quick. And she's standing right there. Thank you, Karen Griggs. She's been with us. She's been our chaperone. And Christine, the McNamara's are awesome. Pam, you're awesome. Wherever you are, she's holding the camera. I just want to say thank you to them because they've had to deal with us for this entire time, through all of our hair crises and everything. So I just think they should, yeah.
We couldn't ever thank them enough. They have become like our own parents, our second parents, and we love them, and it's amazing. Thank you.
Excellent. Again, thank you to all the people who have served so far. Hey, Peggy Brink, thank you to you too. And thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our performance this evening. Another big hand for you, for everybody, for Capital Lake Fair, for Bob Celine. And onward into the future.